Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And fights him off. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, let's get the feel of what he want to do.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Let's get the feel of what he want to do.
Loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground. Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Dalton gives to Bernard. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield now on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. He passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
I respect it.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. To throw, Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Hunt, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are.
Got him.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there, 79 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out, try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there at 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Detroit! From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. William Jackson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing, Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, these two guys, Dalton and Green, they've hooked up on some big plays since coming in as rookies together back in 2011. But sometimes Andy can rely on him just a little bit too heavily. And this is a ball he probably shouldn't have thrown.
Hit that man.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down. That's Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
You can go for it if you want to.
1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, it's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it here with Hunt. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mayfield now. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Shifts free at the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling and a big
back up some
as he's taken down.
Close,
and before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Good, good. Good, good.
Now Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. So Dalton now. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30.
That youngster, man.
A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 43 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play fake. Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch it now, Barney!
On third down, it's Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
He got it.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. First down, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Here's Dalton. And caught straight. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Green's got it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defense.
That's caught inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive.
They run again with Hunt. Breaks a tackle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, And he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Mayfield on play action. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He'll leave it for Hunt. Complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
You can go for it.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Mayfield, flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. First and 10 at their own 46. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Over here.
To throw again. Dalton going deep downfield for roll. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22.
You got your essay at the back.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
We're good. We're good. Go on the ball. On the ball.
Oh, passing it. Dalton looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Oh, man.
Get me with none of that shit. None of that bullshit at all. I'm the home team, man. Let's go, Browns. Let's go. Motherfucker, you ain't saying to me shit. I'm in here waiting on you. Hey, man, look, Joe. Look, man. I've been waiting for 10 minutes like you said you're going to be ready in 10 minutes, bro. I'm not finna be doing all this go back and forth and shit. I've been at work, Joe. I ain't even been in the bed, man. Come on, man. Man, I don't know why you keep on sending me an invite, man. You see my invite right there, dude. I don't know why you keep trying to send me an invite, man. You ain't slick shit. I'm waiting.
I had a sandwich in my. Oh, you text me? Okay. I saw about the exit, but I didn't see the rest.
I had some papusa.
What's that?
It's cabbage, fermented cabbage, and it's like a gordita. No, and it's got beans and cheese in it.
You ain't had me nervous at all, bloody shit. I just sit and play ball for 4 quarters. All I know was touchdown, dog pound. All in the first quarter, I know it was. After that 14, shit, we just had to come on to the stage, bloody. That's all. We had to come on to the stage. We had to show up, and we showed the fuck out, goddammit.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, some. I think that's it.
Yeah. No, he's not bad. He sound like he old.
Oh, a little bit. I don't know which one is it, if any. Nah. Yeah. Yeah.
I should have brought it in.
What, umbrella?
No, the papusa. That sounds weird saying it.
Papusa. It's by itself or it go on something?
The cabbage.
Heard you say beans.
Go on top of it.
Go on top of the beans?
It's beans and it's stuffed inside of like a little. They make everything like if they make the.
Somebody gave it to you or
no,
you?
I buy it. It's a little restaurant over there. I don't do it.
Gifted food. So I know you may not know a lot about football, but what do you know about it?
I know what up. I know touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's all you know.
Right,
Field
goal.
There we go. Me and him got it there. Yay, touchdown. Of course, you can see interception. You can see what is it called when it's a sack when the quarterback gets tackled, right?
Behind the line.
Behind what line?
Okay, so it's a line of scrimmage. There's 2 lines is on football. Let me see.
That's it. That's football.
Kind of, but not even close.
Yeah, I just don't know the plays.
So the plays don't really matter.
I'm talking about yeah.
That's what I'm saying. On here, plays don't really matter, but they're very, very simple. You have run plays, pass plays, and play action plays. Those are the only type of plays you have in real football as well. All right. To know a run play, you won't have routes. Routes are the path that receivers, tight ends, and running backs run in order to go up the field to catch the ball. Those are called routes. So, if you see the running back, you know the positions. You know the quarterback. Quarterback is behind. The running back is behind the quarterback.
Oh, okay. I don't really. Okay.
Okay, that's the running back. They call him the running back.
It's just one.
It's 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
If it's 2 and they side to side, they both can be running backs. If it's 2 in there, they call it an I
The
formation.
NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Quarterback, running back, and fullback, they're in a straight line. This is, I put on the game to show you.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Coach's suggestions. This is what the coach suggests that I run, but they can't suggest something until they come out with a formation. I'm going to run my 4-6. 4-6 means you see 75, 99, 97, 96. That's the 4. Those are called linemen. 6 is the next number behind them. Those are DBs, which are defensive backs. So 4-6 is what I'm running. Primarily a run stopping drill. You see the light blue and the dark blue. Okay, those are the directions the players are going to run.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And now running right through it. And that one results in 35 yards. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Make sure that nothing goes
now a second down throw for Mariota.
I have to be there.
That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to go in. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
Wherever the ball is lined up is the line of scrimmage.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Pass was the actual ball. So the line of scrimmage is where everybody lines up. And there's an imaginary line that goes all the way to the sideline from the tip of the field. And when you watch the game on TV, they put that line on. Yes. They put that line up, and then they put the first down.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.
It's 10 yards. Okay, so
fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And you have 4 opportunities to get at least 10 yards. If you don't get 10 yards in those 4 opportunities, then you lose the ball and the other team gets the ball. So this is 1st and 10. If I run the ball and get 8 yards, what is the next down? They call those downs. Second and
so here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 23.
So how many do I have left if I got 8? Put up 82nd and 6. So that's how that works. So guys, 1st and 10. Okay,
the former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No, it's just those things, though. All right, so now it's 2nd and 4. So now, since I have 4 downs, I used one. The first time I got 6 yards. I have 3 more downs to get 4 yards. Correct. So I'm in a good. Right now. That's called being ahead of the chain. Okay. So now
on 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Now I got the first down, which was that line that I passed.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Formation, concept, or play type. Concept is run, option, quick pass, medium pass, or deep pass. Those are the type of plays that I can select. And in those different concepts, it will have many different formations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
So I chose this concept, and those lines that are coming out are the paths on which those people look at. Exactly.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
So now it's still 2nd down. Correct, because I got to get those 10 that I lost plus the original 10 back. Okay? So now, because he knocked me back 10 yards. Yeah. Like, when I dropped back to throw the ball, I was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the ball was.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
So now, you see that line, that faint line up top? The score? Yeah, that's the 1st down marker. Correct.
Now Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten to stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
Okay.
And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. And able to find Green. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Check of an effort picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
It's a play where they'll snap it.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Up there where I was originally before I completed that pass. And now they have to go very far versus just starting right there. Okay? So, formations. We said I formation. So you see the 14, 25, and 28. See those players? They're in an I. Shotgun. They call it gun or shotgun. You see 14, how he's back from 53. 50, that's called a shotgun. Whenever the quarterback is not right up under the center and he's back off the line, that's a shotgun play.
368.
Out of the shotgun, typically what's going to be ran the most, the type of play, is going to be a pass.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
All right, so
seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
is a running down. It's most likely to run the ball because you only need 1 yard.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
And
down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Joe Mixon.
That's there. First down.
And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I guess you don't have a problem. Touchdown is what, 6? And if you kick it for the field goal,
on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
If I choose to correct, and if I choose to run it, I get to do that from the 2-yard line versus the 15-yard line. If I kick it, it's from the 15. If I run it, try to pass it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
It's the kickoff. After
this
you
fielded
score
at the
a
2.
touchdown or a change of possession, kick the ball off.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Throw it, Mariota, eluding the pressure right. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, are a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota flushed out right. It comes and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Bengals have recovered it.
So what happened was, when I tackled him, he dropped the ball before his knee hit the ground.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but then ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
When the game started, gets it after halftime. So I'm pretty sure he got the ball when it started.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
You get a free timeout.
Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their response.
And got his man complete. A big play done to his favorite receiver, Green.
Remember the
49
blue ones
yards.
I was telling you about? Okay, how many people do you see up top with him? Just 2. I'm going to show you.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Okay,
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
These are called safeties. Yes, 2 safeties high, and his corners are low. So this lets me know that he's probably running a cover 2. So that means that this part of the field, as well as this part of the field and that part of the field, are very vulnerable. But we got an advantage right here. So what we're going to do is shift him over there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's showing me the same coverage, cover 2. We're going to come at it again. This time, we're going to flip it to that side and run it.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
All I have to do is make sure that he cannot get the ball, and I put it right there.
They'll try it on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I knew that I had to squeeze it into this little area right there before he got in. Same thing. He come out and cover 2 again.
5-0.
He dropped his safety right there. So now, what we're going to do is do this.
So Dalton now. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
He changed it, but this dude, the corner, still made it look like cover 2 on this side of the field. On the side, this side. You see what I'm saying? So if this side would have been like that, it would have been cover 2 everywhere. But luckily, I didn't throw it on this side of the field because it was different than this side. So I read cover 2 and I was right.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal.
They come out here in the eye.
You get 10 yards, you get a touchdown. So it's 2nd and goal.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Is that 12 or not? Okay, I think you got to work tomorrow. She got to work, so
Bullock out now to kick this one away.
So it has a lot to do with
this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going underneath for Lewis. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota on first down. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
So now it's halftime. Doesn't matter where he was on the field. He could have been at the 1 inch line here and scored a touchdown. When time runs out, stop, and the other person who didn't get the ball gets the ball.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, good footwork on the spin. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver. Got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield. Tried to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for the right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you would, he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
Post, because you run up the field and then you run diagonal to the goal post. Things that holds up the field goal, you run right to the center of that. And that's why
extra point try now for Suckup. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will get him one closer. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They call this one I form, with 2 of them back there. Right? They call this one single back. One run. Is the only person in the back. So that's a single back, and I'm going to run a play out of the single back.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Remember what cover 2 is, and you know what holes are. So down the center of the field is the
here's Dalton.
Weak spot in the cover 2.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A A.J. Green, 76 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time, because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
2 plus 4. 6. So you have cover.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Post there. Flat right there. Flat right there. Because, well, but you got to think about it.
So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2.
Good.
Now, I'm not understanding football to this level. That's probably since I was about 10.
And Dalton to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Bullock out now to kick this one away.
Very, very, very crucial time in the game right here. Because if I stop him...
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get into him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He only has 2 more downs to get a 1st down. The likelihood of him running it
on 3rd down, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So now
they stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
To the flats, it's covered. So I
4th down, Mariota. And Walker has it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
2 important things. When you pass the ball.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 18.
See, the clock is not running right now. All right, so as I run this play.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
So strategy-wise, it's smarter to run the ball when you're up because it runs a timeout and they can't catch up.
Again, it's Nixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Now, this right here is a trick play. This is going to piss him off. This will make niggas quit. 3rd and 12.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
He's got a dime look. He's got 6 defensive backs.
To throw here. Dalton.
Blitz. He's wide open.
And Eifert has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
When my man goes out and up, nobody's right there.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Okay, I got to cover 2 look, definitely on the left side. It looks like on the right side as well.
Dalton.
Not. And we're just going to throw this.
Being chased and a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Arakpo able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17.
That time run out. We'll take it we'll come back. We'll be 4th quarter. 2nd and 27. I got a long way to go to get a 1st down.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well.
When I come out of this, I'm going to explain his coverage. It's 2nd and 27, so he's probably going to have a...
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
We're good.
He's overloaded to the left. You see all those people on the left side of the field? I said that he should be right now. He's still overloaded left, and they're pressed up. You see how close they are up on him? So it could be a blitz to the left. They switched it.
Here's Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Andy Dalton. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Mariota again. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up, running him up.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
368!
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep downfield for... And got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You see it says M? That's the mic. That's what I'm reading. The mic is shaded over there to the green side, so it would be smarter for me to move it to that side. Now when I move to that side, everything. So it's smarter for me to run it that way.
Here's a give to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So why are the safeties on outside? More space it is.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A handoff to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Person.
On 3rd, here throws an option play right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Throwing, Mariota. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're up.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
44. Here you go.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Mixon. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind.